Hello everyone, welcome to Haley Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for Leo. Ooh, Leo. Yeah, that's too many cards. I'll take that one though. It was separated from this chunk of cards, so I do see some sort of change. The World Tree. Ace of Arrows. Ooh, victory. Some kind of truth or idea. An idea that could change everything. Oh, we have the Green Man. We have a masculine energy. Someone trying to manifest. They're coming up with an idea. It has to do with change. So someone having a little aha moment too. It's an energy of being enlightened. So this is somebody here definitely manifesting money. Someone who's very determined and very focused that the fire is lit. Nothing's going to put this fire out. This is someone trying to manifest. There's definitely a lot of passion, a lot of growth, financial growth. Yeah, we have a King of Pentacles. So this is somebody here, it's all about being stable financially, some sort of change. It's a whole new chapter, but this is somebody maybe coming up with an idea here. But it is that little aha moment, a moment of enlightenment. And we have the Ten of Arrows in instruction. So this has to do with someone who's ended a painful period in their life. They're ready to manifest new, but it has to do with someone preparing, being prepared for change. And I do see the tables turning. Someone here who's ready for change, and they're determined. Look at that. This is the Great Bear. Someone here is ravenous. They're seeing things clearly. See the light? That is the northern lights. So that has to do with somebody waking up. Someone's going through an awakening, and they're ravenous. They're coming out of the dark. They're seeing things clearly. Something has ended. Someone's leaving something behind, but it's time for change. Yeah, someone's gone within. This person has gone within. Into me I see what it is they desire. Some of you might know who this person is. It says to trust your intuition, but it's someone who's ended a situation. It was painful. Definitely they've gone through an awakening. They're trying to manifest. This is someone definitely focused a lot on their money. It's all about being stable, being able to provide. Yeah, my goodness. Let me take a look at the World Tree. Yeah, incoming. So this is fast-moving energy. Opportunities coming in. Often someone a little overwhelmed. They're very busy. They're very focused, very ambitious. But something ended. So someone here has definitely been through that, been there, done that energy. But they are having that aha moment, and there's definitely an awakening. Someone's waking up. They're coming out of the dark. They're seeing things clearly. Why? Because they've gone within. Yeah, we have someone here waiting. So this could be yourself, Leo, waiting. This person's manifesting. It's about being able to provide financially. But it's a person who's stable. They like to plan and prepare ahead. So something happened very quickly. It's like this sudden change. Yeah. Incoming message, communication. This is somebody, the tables are turning. Now they're in a hurry. See, they're in a hurry to manifest. It's about two people coming together, but looks like somebody was between two worlds. There's the world change. Somebody at a crossroads in their life, their time in their life, where they're focused on their money. Wow, let's have a look at the King of Stones. Yeah, so someone taking a break, a much needed rest. Someone getting out of their head, clearing things up and clearing things out. It's also someone who's often pinned down by their thoughts, but you can see somebody has been working, focused on the future. So there's a painful period in someone's life's over. So I do see a healing period, some kind of time out, a break. And we have a single person, someone enjoying the fruits of their labor. So someone's accomplished something here. They take care of themselves. This is someone coming out of a situation. They're definitely single. So there's change, but I see opportunity coming in, feeling a little overwhelmed, very busy, really manifesting. But it's all about the world, someone between two worlds. They want this because they're waking up now. Look at that, the Empress. Someone's trying to manifest the Empress. Oh my goodness. I'm going to actually put it here because that's where I was when it came out. This is what this person sees, is an Empress, the start of something new. See, they're waking up. They're coming out of the dark. They're seeing things clearly, and they have gone within. Beautiful. This is someone who's single. They take care of themselves. There's an energy of independence. Tell me about the crossroads. Yeah. Has to do with the house, a home. See, their financial foundation. There's a reason to celebrate. They've achieved some kind of goal that they've been wanting to achieve. Now it could be clearing up their house, their home. See, that's a crossroads, life path choice decision. Someone may have come apart from someone. It may have been sudden and created sudden change. But I see someone waiting. This is someone expanding their horizons as well. So if you're that person waiting, I see being patient. Someone also looking out for themselves. Independence. See, this is someone who possibly didn't see this. But it's because they needed a time out. It's a healing energy, definitely because of the Great Bear. This is healing, but it's also that clarity, seeing something very clearly. Yeah, somebody in a Virgo energy. So it's just an energy, but they could be. But this is just, and it could be in their chart too. I definitely see some Pisces energy, but look at this person shining a light, gaining clarity and insight. See, it's the path they were on. This is someone who's the path they were on, building their house, home, their financial foundations, clearing things up. Definitely there's an energy of someone needing a much needed break, time to heal, or a much needed rest. But this is someone seeing something clearly, and they have gone within. So someone who's spent that time going within what they see. It's about seeing themselves. But this is someone getting ready to go down this path. Someone who's been on their own path, doing their own thing. So they really could be anyone here. But it's a person who's looking at the path they were on, healing and clearing it out. They're very cautious. This is someone who's kind of keeping a lot to themselves, keeping it all in. But this is someone who, I feel, it's all about being happy, emotional fulfillment. This is about someone taking off the mask, showing their true self. Someone hiding behind a mask here. Yeah, keeping it all in, keeping it to themselves, see, enjoying the fruits of their labor. But this is a period in someone's life that's over. 10 of Swords. This person is a determined person, definitely determined to succeed. But it's like things coming in very quickly. Someone who doesn't feel prepared. Keeping it all in, but they didn't get what they wanted. This is someone not completely fulfilled. They have everything, but they don't feel fulfilled. In other words, they're not that happy. So it is about healing and clearing things up. Yeah. Someone ready for a break. Yeah, there's the aha moment. See, the aha. It's all about victory, success. They're being enlightened here. Yeah. This is someone seeing the light at the end of the tunnel here too. I can see this person. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, someone who longs for love. It's a little crush. This is someone kind of reminiscing about the path they were on. See where they've been, where they're now going. This is somebody being cautious and playing it safe. But it's about an idea. See, it's an idea for a date, a crush. See, this is somebody who actually longs for love. But they kind of act aloof, like they're not interested because they're staying focused. They're very ambitious. Six of Cups is someone who longs for love, or they just, like I say, reminiscing. Yeah, this is someone who longs for love. See, that's as if someone going within. The realization is they actually long for love. Now, if you've been on a break for someone, this is someone really missing somebody too. Their cup runneth over. They're feeling very emotional. This is someone feeling ready for love. Doesn't have to be a reconciliation, but it could be for some of you. But it's somebody here recognizing, going within, seeing themselves. And there is enlightenment. Yeah. This is a seeing the truth. See, this is about a victory. Somebody's been victorious. They feel prepared. Someone feels prepared financially. They're all in their feels. They long for love. Tell me about the Empress. This is the start of something new, yeah? Is this a person wanting to ask someone out? Heartfelt message communication. Someone finding out that someone's open, they're single. Oh, yeah. They have gone within, and this is what I like. This is what you want. It's internal, how they feel inside. But yeah, it could have been someone who got a little overwhelmed, things moving quickly, see sudden change. But this is someone who definitely is seeing opportunity here. Yeah, it's heartfelt message communication. Tell me about the seer. Yeah, see, going within, seeing. See, they're looking at where they see themselves in the future. This is definitely someone goal-oriented. King of Pentacles, someone who has goals. It's what they hope to achieve. But they've gone within, where they see themselves. See, this is someone who's kind of been planning, preparing, emotionally, being ready for love. So it's definitely someone who's healed. So if you, and it is someone too who often just waits for the right person. But they are expanding the horizon. I feel like this is all the things that they hope to achieve. But they're looking ahead here. See, they're ready. They've gone within where they see themselves. This is someone who sees themselves with this. Yeah, see this. Somebody who's kind, compassionate, caring. See, two people who care. So this is about asking someone out on a date. But this person's goal is to have someone who truly cares. It's to have love. They're definitely waking up to the idea of love, that's for sure. They're probably feeling a little lonely. Tell me more about the King of Cups. What is this person's intentions? Yeah, this person's, their intention is to be the Emperor. So they want to be able to provide. The Emperor, see, expanding the horizons. So this is an Emperor. They really literally could be anyone. They could be an Aries, anyone. But it's all about their goals and achievements. And I see a victory. They've achieved some kind of goal. So now it's going down this path. It's about finding the love of their life. They're looking ahead. They're looking at what they want to achieve, where they see themselves. See, the King, this is a person, an energy of someone who visualizes where they see themselves. They definitely want love, someone who truly cares. See, it's all about nurturing, caring. And it could be someone here who, like I say, they kind of kept it all in, wearing a bit of a mask, hiding true feelings. So if you are on a break from someone, they've been hiding their feelings. And this is them going within that realization with what they're doing. So there's love here. This is about love. Yeah, this is someone who's definitely gone through change. See, ready for change, growth, financial growth, a lot of prosperity. This could be someone coming back around, but it's often someone leaving a path behind. They're ready for change, a whole new chapter. I'm just going to put that here. So I do see this energy of going with the flow. Definitely just somebody just going with the flow, seeing where this goes. But you can see they're already looking ahead. They already see themselves. See, it's the start of something new, coming out of the dark, the enlightenment. It's all about the truth within themselves, but also possibly seeing the truth that somebody here actually cares, that someone's been waiting. See, this is an energy of someone who knows the right person's willing to wait till they're ready. And that is this is the card of it. The right person will wait till someone's ready to tell them how they feel or to take things to the next level. Moving in together, living together, whatever it may be. But it is about and this person definitely leveling up their goals and achievements. So yeah, there's an Empress. It's the start of something new. This is what someone sees, everything they could ever want. So it is about going with the flow. It's all about somebody waiting for the right person. Somebody who knows the right person waits till they're ready, the Emperor. But they are ready. There's been goals and achievements. Yeah, you can see the manifesting, maybe even a little mirroring. Any of you who have two, and I do see some of you possibly have two, multiple opportunities. Now, this person who's manifesting, there could be a little jealousy. especially if you have some kind of a choice. And I'll tell you, some of you have a choice between two King of Pentacles, two people who are successful. You may have manifested this yourself because you're also longing for love. The Empress is kind, compassionate, always open to talk. So it has to do with this person reaching out. And I do feel like it's also an energy of being very much aware of what you're manifesting. Be careful what you wish for. This person's in the energy of being cautious, careful what they wish for. But I feel it's telling the feminine to be a little careful what you wish for. Go within about what it is that you're manifesting. But I feel we have two people very much aware that you're manifesting each other here. But the right person waits till someone's ready. But how long does one wait? The Empress only waits for so long. That's why I feel someone here, they've achieved some goals. They've been really busy, busy, busy. I mean, really busy. Maybe clearing up their house and home, doing whatever, just being prepared. So someone is trying to be prepared for anything. Yeah, I feel like you're both very aware of what you're manifesting here. Tell me about the Magician energy. This is someone who has everything they need. See, there's desire. Someone who has everything they need to manifest their desire. So this is somebody who's definitely prepared. Yeah, there's a lot of focus on money. So this is someone assessing the situation. See the path that they were on? The path. See, clearing out the path. They're clearing the way. Everything else gets left behind. They're very focused on this, but they are assessing it. Slightly apprehensive. They're definitely being careful what they manifest, but they're looking at the situation, what they hope to achieve. And it's also wanting to know what the other person hopes to achieve, because you're manifesting each other, but it's about someone taking it slow. Taking things kind of slow. Yeah, we also know the Empress, you can be patient, but how patient does someone expect someone to be? And that's what I feel. The Empress only waits for so long, and then they're open to other offers. That's why I feel some of you may have another person. You may have a choice here. They're both stable. Only one of these is the Emperor, though. What is the Emperor looking for? They're looking for their Empress. It's about being open to receive. And I do think there is going to be an achievement here. Definitely both people goal-oriented. But if you have someone here who's dragging their feet and a lot of time goes by, you may be reassessing. See, reassessing. Some of you, it's the feminine reassessing. But I feel this is about interest, investing. Now, some of you, the Empress often doesn't put all their eggs in one basket. Neither does the Emperor. So, like I say, being a little careful what you're manifesting. But it's all about planting the seeds, hoping something pays off, that you're interested. I do think you're manifesting. There's interest. There's desire. But if you have a choice, one of you may be feeling someone's hiding something. You might even know what that is, because it's an energy of telling you to be a little careful what you're manifesting, because you just might get it. And it may not work out the way you expect, especially with one person here. Those of you who have two especially. Others of you where it's just this person leveling up, going through the emotions, see, expanding, waiting for the one. The Empress often too waits for the one. But the right person waits till somebody is ready to share their feelings or ask them out. The Empress is definitely open, yeah? This is someone coming in, planting the seed, hoping it pays off. It's about committing to this path. It has to do with its time for change. If you have a person coming back around after a time out, make sure that they have changed. But I feel like we have an Empress here receiving an offer, an opportunity, could be a gift. But they're planting the seed. See, it's about building the foundation, starting off right. This is someone who wanted to start things off right. They want to be stable. They want to be ready. But we have an Emperor and Empress here. I feel like you're mirroring and manifesting. Yeah. So, but I feel this masculine at the same time. Those of you where it's just this one person, you know who they are. See, it's an energy of being a little mysterious too. Don't share too much information too fast. Just kind of be patient. Somebody's kind, compassionate, giving. It's nurturing. It's two people who I feel care, and you're manifesting. You're manifesting love. But this is somebody coming in right, putting their best foot forward. Yeah. Tell me more about that Ace of Pentacles. It is about investing. The Empress has been patient, waiting for this person to ask you out on a date, possibly. Yeah, but it's all about coming in right. Yeah, see, the Empress keeps their options open. That's why I feel some of you may have multiple options. So it's what you're also hoping to achieve with that feminine energy. You want someone who's stable, someone who makes a good partner, but you want some kind of commitment. The last thing you want to do is have somebody who comes in and commits before they're ready. But you can see this is seeing opportunity. Someone's looking at how this could all play out, but they see opportunity. They know a good thing when they see it. I feel both of you. Some of you do have multiple opportunities because you've manifested it. Yeah, not putting all your eggs in one basket, possibly. But yeah, it's all about harmony and balance. Somebody coming in right. So you've got a person who's coming in right. And then you have another person here, some of you, who may be coming back around. You might get a little bit overwhelmed. But it's also telling you, if you have somebody here who's kept you waiting, like I say, they're busy. And because the King of Cups is here, they may have gotten overwhelmed. Too much information, too much of a good thing too fast. Yeah. But I feel both of you, there is this little aha moment, this energy of triumph. This person could change your life. But I definitely can feel for the feminine too. Some of you been there, done that. If someone comes back around and they haven't changed and they don't want to commit, you have another opportunity, just so you know. Yeah, but I feel this is the Emperor coming in right. The Empress also wanting someone to come in right, to build the foundation. I mean, it doesn't mean there's marriage or commitment, but it could be for some of you taking it to the next level where someone's getting their house and home ready, mostly their finances. See, preparing, being prepared. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, and the Queen of Pentacles. See, two people who've prepared. There's been this time, all this time in between, I feel, or just this being prepared, waiting for the right person and being ready. And I also seen this in Aries reading too, so that's interesting. But I do see this Emperor here, Leo. And I see the King and Queen of Pentacles. Invested, there's interest. It has to do with commitment and being fair. Yeah, I do feel, and if this is a relationship, I mean, this could be somebody wanting to commit. It's an energy of someone opened, you know, seeing things clearly. It has to do with committing, even marriage, where someone needed to heal or just time out. But definitely someone's ready for a much needed rest. So I do think you're both very aware of what you're manifesting. Oh boy. Yeah. And now the tables are turned. This is someone coming in. You may not see this coming. See, this is where somebody doesn't see something coming. They're not prepared. But now somebody is prepared. And I feel both of you prepared. See, it's also taking off the blindfold, the rose-colored glasses, and seeing. See, going within what you both see. Somebody here maybe didn't see you. But to me, it looks like not seeing it coming. But I feel like you're both prepared. So this looks like something that's already happened. And I do see possibly someone coming back around, more prepared. The Emperor, the Empress, both prepared. You both manifested. So you've manifested the energies of the kings and queens. Your money, your stability, you're both grounded. So this is definitely a couple connecting here. See, you've both gone within. It's about where you see yourself in the future. Do you see yourself together? I would have to say yes. Someone might have been a little indecisive too at some point here. But I definitely feel this is an energy of just kind of going with the flow, seeing where it goes, but committing to that. Tell me more about the seer. Yeah, this person's ready to take a leap of faith. See, they've left their old path behind. There's a change of maybe their lifestyle. There's change. And I do see growth and abundance, prosperity. But it's about where this can go. This is someone ready to take a leap of faith. But it's all about someone looking before they leap. The King and Queen of Pentacles look before they leap. But I do see there's always a risk. Things may not work out the way you want. But I feel it's about living in the moment. And I feel somebody's in the energy of living in the moment. But it's about living life too. Yeah. I thought this is a really good reading because these are two people who are very mature. It doesn't matter age. It's just a level of maturity, being sensible and practical. But you both long for love. You both have to take off the masks, showing your true selves. It's about being comfortable. See, where it kind of feels like home, where two people feel like home. Yeah, we got a person here reaching out. It's sometimes a little test. Some of you definitely are, you or this person is leaving someone else behind. And I definitely feel opportunities, multiple for some. But yeah, it's an energy of leaving someone behind, no longer giving to someone. But it's about two people reciprocating. Because that's what eventually happens. The tables are turning. If you had somebody here who wasn't reciprocating or they were breadcrumbing, it's possible they were indecisive. They may have gotten overwhelmed. They were busy, had a lot going on in their life at that time. But for most of you, this is just about change, period. Yeah, it's about going down that path together, doing things together. Yeah, you've got a King of Wands here. See, they're ready. This is someone who's generally not afraid of taking a risk. But you see, this is someone looking before they leap. Because they've been there, done that. They've rushed into something before, a relationship, marriage, before they even spent enough time with anyone. Yeah, so it's about judgment and decisions, making sensible, practical decisions. There's definitely someone who's no longer giving to someone. They've moved on. It looks like someone has moved on from someone. But it's all about the giving and receiving, being more generous. Two people being gracious, generous. Now, if you have a choice, if you are the feminine energy and you're watching this, you have a choice between these people. They're both stable financially, I feel. One of them's an emperor, the other one not so much, but they're on their way. They still have things they hope to achieve. So if you have somebody who's breadcrumbing or not talking to you or communicating, that's likely what's going to be left behind. But I kind of feel it's this masculine in that energy as well. I mean, there's a bit of mirroring here too because of the manifesting. But this is somebody who generally knows exactly what they want. But you can see they're looking at the path, what they're leaving behind. Is the single life. Someone's ready to leave that single life behind. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, so this is, they could have some Taurus in their chart, or you both do, but it's about being on the same page. See, change of lifestyle. Someone's ready for change, changing their lifestyle, habits, patterns, but it's about commitment. This is someone who has faith in themselves to make the right choice. They've definitely gone within. It's where they see themselves, see achieving goals, but it's about seeing themselves with that Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles energy. But it's definitely an energy of caring and taking off the mask. Often the Emperor can come across as a little cold. They kind of keep all their feelings in. They're often protecting everything they've worked for. I don't feel that so much for this person because I actually feel they're definitely a provider. But it's making sure you're on the same page. See, some kind of an agreement. Let's just go with the flow and see where this goes. But it's about morals and values and lifestyles. I see change of schedule, routine. This is someone very much aware what needs to happen. Very interesting, but it's about being on the same page. It's an energy of learning too. Taking this time to learn about each other, living in the moment, enjoying that time together before anything becomes complicated. See, this is all about someone looking where they've been there, done that. They rushed into a marriage or moved in with somebody too soon, only to find out that somebody was maybe taking advantage of them, vice versa. Yeah. Definitely there's been a healing in the Great Awakening here. This is somebody waking up too. I mean, they're literally waking up. Love it. But yeah, there's definitely schedules, routines, lifestyle, social structure, but it's about morals and values, making sure you're on the same page. So definitely see an agreement and actually being on the same page. Look at that, beautiful. See, this is a cycle ended, a new cycle beginning. I think you both have gone within. It's about where two people who go within, they kind of visualize where they see themselves with somebody. And I would have to say yes. Yes. Some of you already know the answers you're seeking. You've already made your choice. Whether you're masculine or feminine, making that choice, you already know. This is why someone's waiting for that one. But it's all the things that you're achieving and doing in between. So these are two people who are ready. They're practical, sensible, they're stable. They definitely aren't ruled by their emotions. There's beautiful harmony and balance. These are two people who are probably just right for each other. But I definitely see someone no longer giving to someone who just isn't right for them too. So if you have two, if you're a feminine and you have two King of Pentacles, one of these people may not be right. They may not be very generous. You might have someone who's kind of cheap. They don't want to give. Someone who maybe feels entitled to receive more than they're willing to give. So watch out for that person. For those of you who have two. Let's have another look at this. For those of you where there's just the one person. Yeah, it's cooperation, compromise. Two people who work together as a team, giving and receiving equally. Sharing time, spending time together. See, doing things together, doing everything together. There's a lot of visualizing here. A lot of the enlightenment. Some of you already know. Like I do think when this person comes in, you're going to say yes. And it doesn't matter who reaches out to who. I don't see any issues of control. It's just somebody's just going with the flow. But it's an energy of time. It's time for change. Time to go down that path. Maybe marriage, commitment. But it's about doing things together and spending time together, collaborating, working together. Now it's an energy of what the two of you can achieve together. Yeah, it's about goals. But there's things that do need to be acknowledged before you go down this path. Making sure you know, spending time together, doing things together. I definitely being in some sort of agreement. And there is going to be a change of structure and lifestyle. But if you have a person who comes in after you've been waiting, just focusing on work, maybe your own home, preparing, you know, just getting ready. I do see a couple of homebodies. But the interesting thing is, those of you who have that person who may come back around, the person who may have been cheap, didn't give much time or attention or spend any time with you, that's likely the person who you're going to have moved on from. And I do feel like your feelings may have changed for someone. That's why I feel like there's this new coming in too. Things happening quickly, multiple opportunities. You might get a little overwhelmed, but it's telling you to just go within. Who do you see yourself with? And this is not just for the feminine, it's the masculine. Yeah, see, it's about putting in effort. Two people who work together, they build each other up, they play together, they spend lots of time together when they're not working. But two people who have mutual goals. Yeah, lots to achieve. This is a lovely app. There's the cup putting in effort, the cup overflowing with emotion, love. You're going to get your cup filled. See, both of you, I feel, you've maybe even had relationships where you were fairly content but never really happy, never really fulfilled emotionally. And that's what this is all about. You're going to get the cup. You're about to receive if you're the feminine energy. Yeah, it's a person who's determined to succeed. The Emperor's making this happen. They're going to make this happen because it's what they've been doing is planning, preparing, getting ready. And I don't think you're going to see it coming, but I do see another person coming in, and I do think this is where somebody puts on the brakes. The Tower coming down. So somebody here is definitely not going to get what they want. There, I do see some of you having 2 King of Pentacles. But the Tower can go in both ways. But I feel someone's putting on the brakes. There's a shock surprise. I feel there's going to be a lot of excitement. And this is coming to a screeching halt. So if you have another person coming in, I do see the end of the single life. Someone's ready to put an end to their single life. They've achieved their goals. They're ready. But it's the person making it happen. I feel it's the Emperor. But if you have another person coming in or somebody coming back around, I don't feel like it's going to go anywhere. But I feel success, victory, and I still see all that excitement. Interesting energy. Tell me more about the Chariot and we'll wrap this up. Heavy readings, yep. See the start of something new. Something has to end for something new to start, I feel. But some of you, I feel you got a person coming back in after a period of time. While you're waiting, somebody new coming in. And I do feel like this is where some of you may be even changing your type, like looking at your type of person here. But it's still all about the King and Queen of Pentacles. It's about 2 people who provide for each other. They give and receive. Somebody else here, I feel it's going to come to a screeching halt. Because I feel the ship has sailed for someone. Because there's this new. And that's why I feel, I mean, there's just these energies. And it could be where some of you, yourself or this Emperor, is reflecting on the past. Leaving it behind. Leaving the past in the past where it belongs. It's time for new. It's time to move forward. Yeah, both of you trusting your intuition. You already know the answers you're seeking. You're going to say yes. There's going to be a victory here. I mean, this is like, to me, this is like the victory lap. This is really nice, Leo. But it's all about being grounded and sensible, practical. The King and Queen of Pentacles, play it safe. You're both very aware that you're manifesting this. But I feel some of you are also aware there's somebody here planning to come back around. And if you start feeling overwhelmed, just put on the brakes a little. Okay? Just a little. But I definitely feel that this other person, the Tower is going to come down. They're going to be in for a big shock and surprise. Because I feel like you're going through this changing how you feel about someone because of this new person. You already know it's a victory. You already know the Emperor and Empress are going to say yes. And you're going to go with the flow and see where it goes. You're going to live in the moment, enjoy this time you spent with this person. And it is possible you might find out that you're not compatible with someone. And some of you too, you might even date 2 people at the same time and just keep it to yourself. Because you don't have to justify until there's a commitment. But it's, you know, it's about reining it in a little bit here too. But I definitely can feel you both already know the answers you're seeking. You're going to say yes. Yeah, you can see there's going to be a celebration of a union. I wouldn't be surprised, some of you, I mean, it all depends on the path where you are and the timing, but it is about leveling up and taking things to the next level, moving in together, getting married, getting engaged, whatever it is. Some of you, it's just spending lots of time together. And I do see doing things step by step. I do see some traditional energy, doing things in a little bit of a traditional way instead of rushing in. Some of you have rushed into relationships, been there, done that. Yeah, and I think both of you know. But there's going to be a celebration and introduced to friends and family. I definitely feel this is a very, this is celebrating a union, a bond, a connection. There's love. You've got love coming in. But it's one person. If you've got 2, one of them is not getting past the front door. Because I feel like some of you have changed how you feel. One of these people is very generous. The King of Cups is often very generous. They like to give gifts. See, this Emperor has the King of Cups energy. I feel like the other person is a little more, they're definitely reserved. They're cautious. But I also feel like they're not very generous, and they probably won't make time for you. Someone who will never change. See, there's someone here who's never going to change. So don't bend over backwards to please someone, because some of you have done this before. You bent over back to please. You've compensated. Don't do that. It's the person who needs to meet you in the middle, and that is going to be the Emperor and the Empress. So take care. Okay, live in the moment. Enjoy this time of spending time together, learning about each other, for those of you where it's new. But there's so much happiness and joy. I feel like you're going to be really compatible with the person you choose. Okay, but just choose wisely. I feel like you already know. I really do. Take care. Bye for now.